Hello again. 4 positive cases of COVID-19 have been confirmed within the South African National Defence Force.
Well, the Surgeon General of the South African National Defence Force says 3 of those cases are from the Western Cape, and 1 of them here in Gauteng.
Now, according to a statement, none of the cases involved uniformed members or members who've been deployed to support police.
Well, the Defence Force also says it's identified quarantine and isolation facilities for the military communion. All right, let's stay with the SANDF now, and the channel was invited to patrol with members today. Reporter Linda Kuhlekulu was with them as they moved through Alexandra Township. You'll know there have been concerns that the army has been heavy-handed, or at least there have been allegations of heavy-handedness during the lockdown. Linda, good afternoon to you. What response then to those allegations are we getting from the SANDF?
Well, good afternoon, Jeremy. I think we should start with saying that indeed we were invited by the SANDF to come and see some of the operations that they are conducting on a daily basis, and this had the potential of becoming a public relations sort of exercise to save face for the SANDF, but it was an equal opportunity for us to actually be there and ask some of the questions that had been asked from the SANDF, particularly about being heavy-handed and also the death of a 40-year-old who was alleged to have been, beaten up by the SANDF themselves. And one of the things that we were able to gather, of course, at the end of this exercise was, the fact that the SANDF says they are aware of some of these things. At this stage, they too are saying that they are dealing with it internally, and of course, there are, investigations from the South African police services. But what they are appealing for is calm. What they are appealing for is compliance from the, communities that they are operating in. And one of the things they said is that they want the process, or rather they want the law to take its course, and that people must await for what those investigations will entail. Perhaps let's listen to the Chaplain General as he explains some of the appeals they have for society.
We are very humble and very sad that there are these kinds of reports. And I would appeal that let us leave them to be completely verified and to be completely investigated, so that the law must take its course where it's supposed to take the course. But it is not the intention of the operation to be in conflict with the people. As we have observed today, and I'm very happy that you are also witnesses, as we were moving on the streets, first thing that I must commend the people of Alexander, the highest standard of discipline that they have displayed to the security forces. And reciprocating the same thing, the security forces, they have also maintained that discipline. As we were talking to the people, as we were passing by the people are beginning to say, we are happy that you are here because we are beginning to understand the seriousness of this COVID-19. And we continue to educate them. We continue to give them pamphlets. We continue to talk to them. We understand. And we show them that we are not here to come and beat and kick and do all those things, as sometimes we are interpreted as brutalizers. No, that is not the order of the Commander-in-Chief. That is not the order of the Minister of Defense. That is not the order of the Chief of the National Defense Force.
So a salute, Linda, to the residents of Alex here in Johannesburg, saying the Chaplain General saying all of this still needs to be authenticated and verified. Nonetheless, also saying to you that abuse of members of the public is absolutely unacceptable.
Well, that's right, Jeremy. One of the things that had needed clarity for the longest time is the conduct in which, as well as what the SANDF can do in terms of, upholding some of these regulations put in place. But we were today able to ask as to what exactly is supposed to happen should you be found wanting and on the streets without a proper permit or proper reason. And we didn't get much, but what the Chaplain General said was that he is confirming to us that it's not acceptable to be making people do exercises. It's not acceptable to lay hands on South African citizens. He did say that the manner in which they need to respond as the SANDF is to actually educate the people on the streets as they try to get them back to their houses. Perhaps if we can just take a listen to that interaction as we had been engaging with the Chaplain General about what is acceptable and what is not on the streets.
No one is subject to be beaten, and no one is subject to provoke and be ill-disciplined to the security forces. We must work together, all of us, the people and the security forces.
All right, Linda Kutlequlu, thank you for the moment. We will leave it there. Some of the pictures that we saw last week of the transgressors making members of the public who had disobeyed the rules was ugly, unnecessary and completely unwarranted.